second. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's New Wave Podcast. We in the building. We live on Instagram. We live on every other platform. Shout out to everybody that's out there that's tuning in. Shout out to everybody that will be tuning in. Shout out to the live, the Instagram live. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's a work in progress. But much love to everybody that's out there on IG. Thank you everybody for tuning in. New Wave Podcast. Today is Saturday, Sunday. On live, I'm recording this at 1:12 a.m. June 10th. January 10th. I should say January 10th. That's where rest comes into play. Sunday, January 10th, 1:30 a.m. Shout out to everybody. Let's wake up right now. Thank you everybody for tuning in. New Wave Podcast. I want to talk about a few things. Obviously, I'm going to touch on the situation that happened at the Capitol building a few days ago. I'm definitely going to talk about that. I want to talk about the young boy LaMelo Ball. Him and Lonzo Ball went at it against each other the other night. I want to talk about his game and where I think it will be in the NBA. And a little basketball. Probably talk about the Washington Wizards. Will it be able to work out? Seth Curry has COVID. Probably touch on the Sixers play with an 8-man roster, and they lost. Most definitely we're gonna have to talk about Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre had a brain aneurysm a few days ago. He was sent to the hospital, and hopefully Dre pulls through. He did leave a message on social media telling everybody that he's going to be fine and he looks forward to coming home. But we're going to talk about Dr. Dre and what he means to the music industry. Not really the beats by Dre and stuff like that, but we're mainly going to touch on the music of Dr. Dre, the legacy of Dr. Dre, because he's not going anywhere. That's the doc. He's going to be fine. Hopefully get that. Well, we're going to set it off like this. Get well soon, Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Get well soon. Get back in action, back to what you were doing, and hopefully he have a speedy recovery. Like I said, we want to touch on some NBA talk. LaMelo Ball. It's LaMelo. It's LiAngelo. It's LeVar. It's LiAngelo. It's Lamar Ball, whatever his name is, LeVar. What the fuck is his boy name? But the Ball brother, Lonzo Ball. LiAngelo, Lonzo, and LaMelo Ball. The Ball brothers. Shout out to the Ball. Shout out to those three guys. Shout out to LeVar Ball. When I was on this podcast, I never did a show where I shitted on LeVar Ball, because I think he's doing a hell of a job. He has three young men. This is where people miss the point when it comes to LeVar Ball. He's an African American man raising 3 African American sons. Let's not let that go over your head, because he's in a different area. These kids grew up in Chino Hills. They didn't grow up in North Philly. They didn't grow up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. They grew up in Chino Hills. So what? You gotta give this man props before raising 3 young men and getting 2 of them. He got all 3 of them in the NBA. He gave, the other brother, he had a shot. He was with the Detroit Pistons. They cut him. So he gave his son the opportunity to get on an NBA team. Now, Lonzo Ball, you got to give this man his props. Both his sons were top 5 draft picks. Let that sink in right there. His sons were top 5 draft picks. 1 year of college and no years of college. and the other one got a shot with no college experience, no college basketball. That tells you a lot about that man, LeVar Ball. You know, LeVar Ball, he takes a lot of shit because of his mouth. His mouth, you know, he might say something and people overreact from what he's saying. He's just an overprotective dad that wants to see his kids win. And he's watching his sons win. His oldest son was drafted by the Lakers. Lakers traded him to New Orleans, to the Pelicans. Nothing wrong with that. Beautiful trade. He needed to go somewhere else. LA wasn't his vibe. That wasn't the city for him. That wasn't the system for him to play in. He needed to go somewhere where he could get the camera people or the media off his back. The pressure of playing in LA, because you got to think, you're playing in LA. You're playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. You got Magic Johnson. We ain't even going to go as far back after Magic Johnson. We're going to start right at Magic. You got Magic. You got the pressure of filling those shoes. Then you got guys like Kobe Bryant. You got the pressure of filling those shoes. And fuck that, you even got to fill Nick Van Exel's shoes. Eddie Jones' shoes. These guys had superstars on their team. They have a reputation for being a so-called perfect organization. The Lakers are like a perfect organization. Bad seasons don't sit right in LA. You understand? See, when they had that little drought after Kobe, those fans were near depressed. Damn near didn't know what to do with their lives. They had to figure something out. They had to move Lonzo Ball. They had to move him. They had to think fast. They had to move him with other people. They had to make some room. They bring in LeBron James. See, they're not used to losing. They're not used to losing. So when they lose, it's like, yo, we got to figure this shit out. We got to think fast. So they move Lonzo Ball. I really don't think Lonzo Ball is having a bad career in New Orleans. I think he's off to a good start. He has Zion Williamson. You know, he got other players that are over there that are fitting the puzzle that they want. Now, what I think they really need veteran leadership on that team. Somebody that's going to hold them down. Somebody that's going to anchor them. They need like a P.J. Brown. Remember P.J. Brown? They need a guy like P.J. Brown. They need a guy like Kevin Willis. I'm taking you guys back to the hard-nosed hitters, the hitters that used to play ball. You know, P.J. Brown was one of them balls. They need somebody like Marcus Camby on their team, like some muscle. Because you got these young guys now, you got to protect. They need somebody to protect them because they might have a little bit of skill, but I don't see a lot of heart on that team. I don't see a lot of heart on the New Orleans Pelicans. If I'm wrong, I stand corrected. But if you watch basketball, if you watch them, you see a bunch of young legs running up and down the court, hooping and balling and just having fun. But they need somebody that's going to be like, yo, fuck that, stop smiling. Stop smiling in the huddle, we down 15. We don't need nobody, no handshakes, don't smack his hand, don't shake his hand. We down 15, we got to come back. They need that type of presence on that team. Whether it be, you know, like Miami got Udonis Haslem. And Haslem been sticking it down for a minute. Haslem been riding. He never played for another team. Miami is all he know. He's there for a reason. Because he's support. He doesn't have to play. He can play. Obviously, the ball can get up there and give you about 15, 20 minutes in the game. He can hoop. He can do what he's supposed to do. But Pat Riley got him doing something different. Because I'm guaranteeing you he's going to be a coach in the NBA soon. He's going to coach. Adonis Haslam, you can find him on somebody's bench coaching within the next 2 years out of his retirement, because all he's doing on the bench is soaking up game. They grooming the next coach right there. He don't have to play. Sit here and watch us. You know what I'm saying? Sit here and watch us. That's what he's here for. That's like Juwan Howard. Juwan Howard sat on the Miami Heat bench and was soaking up games so he can coach. Now he's coaching Michigan. You see what I'm saying? It's like that player, that development, it works. But like let's stay on the topic. Let's stay on the course of the topic. We'll be talking about the Ball brothers, and we congratulating LeVar Ball on a spectacular job that he's done with 3 young black men. Before we start talking about this Capitol Hill thing, we're congratulating him because we can go forever with that topic. Them people was crazy the other day. But we can go forever with that. But we got to congratulate LeVar Ball because people forget about who's behind what is going on. He's behind 2 of the. They played the other night and they played a good game. LaMelo Ball just had a triple-double. Heavy on the stats. You know, he just had a triple-double today. I think he just played the Hawks. Or was that yesterday? I'm not sure. But they played the Atlanta Hawks and he had a triple-double. You know, so, and they won. So, you know what I'm saying? So the young boy, LaMelo Ball, I'm trying to tell you where I think he's going to be. Within the next 5 years, I think he's going to be better than Lonzo Ball. But Lonzo Ball won't be far behind them because they got the same game work ethic. They got the same coach. But this LaMelo Ball is going to be up here. In 5 more years, he's going to be there. Because you see, these two young basketball players that we're watching, they're smart. They got what you call a basketball IQ. A lot of guys play basketball, but they don't play it with a basketball IQ. They're not smart. Like the kid LaMelo Ball. So the lady asked him a question: how do you rebound the ball so good? He said, I've been playing this game since I was 3. It's easy. He said, you just got to put yourself in the position. Grab it. That's some shit that a motherfucking veteran will say. He's a rookie, 19 years old, talking like he's a seasoned vet. He said, this is what I do. I've been playing this since I was 3. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. Not cocky, not arrogant. He's confident that he can play in that league. And when you're confident like that, that's a scary thing. That's a scary thing. Because if you really look at it, Lonzo Ball is confident like that. They know that they can play in that league. They're not trying to be the best players in the NBA. They're just trying to let people know that they can play with the best players in the league. When you start getting props from guys like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, it's like they see it in these kids. They see the talent. Now, the other brother, I don't feel bad for him, but he had a shot. You know, they had him, like I said earlier, he had a shot. Maybe Detroit he's not what Detroit's looking for. Because his size is very awkward for an NBA player. He has that awkward build. He doesn't have that build that says NBA, like bust your ass type shit. He got the build of a guy that plays in the park with us. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look like, and maybe he might be nice. He might be super duper nice. He might be the best brother out of the crew. But we won't find that out as far as the NBA goes. We have to catch him on a pickup game because he's not in the league. But it would have been a beautiful thing if all 3 brothers could have been in the league together, sort of like the Holiday brothers. You know what I mean? Those guys are phenomenal. Them boys can play. They can play some basketball. Drew Holiday and them kids and them guys, man, That's some ball. That's basketball right there. Let's be clear. The G League is good. The G League is good. You know what I like about the G League? It gives people a shot. So if Lamelo, if whatever his name is, LiAngelo Ball is in the G League, that's good enough for me. You know, long as he's not like falling off the mat, and long as he's somewhere where he can hoop it, where he can still hoop, because these guys, basketball is their life. That's their life right there. Basketball, playing basketball. You could tell. You could tell they wake up, sleep, eat basketball. They love the game. They love that fucking game. You know, shout out to Dr. Dre, man. Like I said, I want to shout Dr. Dre out and show some appreciation to Dr. Dre. You know, Dr. Dre had that serious situation this week, the brain aneurysm. We want to shout Dr. Dre out. I'm a big fan of Dr. Dre. I'm a big fan of West Coast music. I would prefer to listen to West Coast music over East Coast music because I just like the beats, the melodies, the hooks, the vibe, the energy. That West Coast music, that shit raised me. I don't know. A lot of people might act like they can forget about the West Coast, but before the East Coast, it was the West Coast. Because the East Coast was a Tribe Called Quest and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Jungle Brothers, Busta Rhymes, and woo, all that crazy wild music, that Afrocentric shit. It really wasn't hitting hardcore like that. And then when you did have the hardcore music, it was like Lil Dap and them boys, Group Home and them. But Snoop and them hit you with that hardcore shit early in the game. And a lot of people forget about them. A lot of people forget about how they basically were the brick and mortar of hardcore hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because when the music was going down, and then Snoop and Dre and them and Suge and them kind of picked it back up. And you know, and this is before Tupac, because Tupac was implemented into the grind. Pac ain't never start with the West Coast. Pac just came to the West Coast and started talking West Side, all this shit. But Dre was one of the pioneers of it. So we need Dre to get healthy. We need Dre, and don't you dare, knock on wood, pass away without dropping that motherfucking Chronic. That next one, we need another one. You've been holding that shit out, and like now this should make you drop it, want to drop it even more, Dre. Let that shit go. And don't put no bullshit ass artists on there, man. We want to hear some shit. We want to hear some G-Funk. We want to hear that shit. All my niggas and the bitches, throw your motherfucking hands in the air. You know what I'm saying? That type shit. You gotta bring West Coast music back. Don't put Kendrick Lamar on there if Kendrick Lamar ain't gonna be talking no shit. I don't want to hear that Kendrick Lamar bullshit. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't want to hear that. It's a time and place for everything. And I don't think Kendrick Lamar should be on certain albums. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, he got lyrics and all this shit. Yeah, he's from the West Coast. But listen, when I'm telling you, I don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to hear that shit. So shout out to Dre, man. Speedy recovery, man. And definitely don't put no fucking Eminem on that shit. Y'all killed me when y'all put Eminem on them West Coast tracks. One of the fucking wackest rappers in the world. You put him on a West Coast track. He's from Detroit. 8 Mile at that. Nobody know where the fuck no damn 8 Mile is. Come on now. Come on, son. Somebody got to keep it 100. Somebody has to. A couple of days ago, in the nation's capital, D.C., you know, you had these crazy ass white motherfuckers. That's what we gonna call them. We ain't gonna act like we ain't gonna call them white people. We ain't gonna call them rioters. We had these crazy ass motherfucking white people came in planes, trains, buses, automobiles to Washington, D.C. because Donald Trump lured they stupid asses. And, it almost felt like the Jim Jones shit when he got him with the Kool-Aid and Jim Jones hit them fucking people with the Kool-Aid and started a cult. This is like a cult movement, dog. Except no Kool-Aid. It's just come on down. The price is right, like that type shit. And them motherfuckers come running. So these people, it was some real live gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? It was some real shit. The motherfuckers was climbing walls. They had zip lines. They had fucking rope. They was throwing rope on the fucking wall. They was doing crazy shit. They were going the fuck ham the other day. And I'm telling you, my man, I'm telling you, when I seen these motherfuckers pushing, and pushing through the door of the Capitol building, only thing I could say was, them motherfuckers about to not go to jail. They ain't not one of them gonna get shot. I knew it. When I was watching this shit on my phone, I knew it. I said to myself, watch nothing happen to neither one of these people. And when I seen these people walking out the building, like they just came out of Walmart, or like they just came out of a buffet, like they just ate good. They looked like they came out of fucking, had the time of their life, dog. They walking out with podiums, they got envelopes, they got all types of stuff. And these motherfucking people looked like some straight animals. White people, if you're looking at this, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all did the most stupidest thing I ever seen in my life. Because now all y'all gonna get caught. And they will catch some of y'all. And let me tell you something, man. Let me just be real. Donald Trump not bailing you motherfuckers out. Y'all got to put that bail money up. You can't call Donald Trump and say, yo, Trump, man, I just ran up in the Capitol building, I got caught. Can you send me some bail money? He's not bailing you out. Dog, you are in there by yourself. You gonna bail yourself out. Or the organization that you would probably gonna bail you out. But let me tell you why that was the most dumbest thing ever. And we talk about the looters and the shit and all this craziness. Everybody that's out here doing something like that done lost their fucking mind. Lost your fucking mind. And let's not forget the fact that if those were black people, there'd be some dead black motherfuckers on the steps. They wouldn't even have got towards the doorknob, let alone, let's talk about the girl that was driving the car and hit the barricade by accident and they shot her dead. Killed her. She's a body. Them people weighing up on them steps. A lot of them cops let them come in. They gave them motherfuckers the green light. I never seen nothing like that before in my life. They gave them the green light. They said, come on, go. Run up in there. To be honest with you, every police officer that was on there should be suspended or being dealt with right now. Take your badge off. Give me that badge. Throw it in the box. You no longer work today or work here. Any of those police, whoever was in law enforcement and was responsible for that, you should be working at Fresh Grocer. You really should not be a police officer or whatever you are. You should not be in service. Your service is no longer needed here. That was a big monstrosity. That was terrible. That was probably one of the worst things I've seen. that George Floyd thing wasn't bad as that. You know, because when the riots was over the George Floyd, let's break this down real quick. When they were doing that, it was a bunch of instigators in that. A lot of people that was from different organizations coming, and you made it look like black people did all that. No, black people ain't caused all that chaos. No, the fuck they didn't. What they were doing was piggybacking off that negative energy. Because those protests started out as peaceful. Then you got people hiding bricks and hiding all types of shit in the corners. And then they got chaotic. Then they started looting. It wasn't supposed to be like that. But those people made it like that. Now this here was supposed to be like that. They were hiding Molotov cocktails. They were passing pipes to hit people with. People were getting trampled. Lady got shot in the neck. She was a fucking she was a Air Force person in the military. But she was with the shit. She was a Trump supporter. And let me tell you something, man. Them Trump supporters ain't have to do that. You know what these people are? These Trump supporters are a bunch of redneck white motherfuckers coming from these forests and these little crazy little towns where they wear army fatigues and shit and they play with guns and knives and all that shit. They those type people. Then you got your other kind of Trump supporters, your blue collar motherfuckers, you dumb people that swear this motherfucker Trump is for them. Y'all swear he's for y'all. You guys swear he is for y'all. This dude go on a golf course, you could run up on him on that golf course if you want. He gonna make you look stupid. You'll really be done. And then let's take it another step further. Let's talk about how the politicians, you guys kind of deserve this. Y'all put this shit on yourself for being selfish, being ignorant. All of y'all liars. None of y'all tell the truth. Democrat, Republican, it don't matter who you are. None of y'all are truthful to the American people. We out here struggling during the pandemic. Y'all getting this crazy check every fucking day, every week. Y'all get paid good money to sit in that big ass stupid looking building and do nothing. So now these crazy little motherfuckers got mad. They shook you guys up. Pass better laws. Give us what we deserve. We've been sitting in our fucking houses, some of us, for over a year, struggling, getting paid, some people getting paid, some people not getting paid, while the politicians get paid, and now y'all expect us to feel sorry for y'all when people knock over desks. No, we not feeling sorry for y'all. We not gonna feel sorry for y'all. I apologize, but we can't feel sorry for y'all. I'm glad none of y'all got hurt. But fuck your desk. Fuck your office. They tore that shit up for a reason. They tore that shit up for a reason. The reason is people are fed up. People are angry. People are fucking angry. People are sick. We're in a pandemic and y'all can't take care of us financially. Y'all can't take care of us at all. We out here for ourselves. We working during a pandemic. Y'all motherfuckers supposed to handle this shit. It's so much conspiracy theories behind it that people don't even want to fucking hear what y'all got to say no more. Because anything come out of a politician's mouth is a fucking lie. That's what the way the people feel. So now it boils down to this. Now with other countries looking at us like we weak, we're soft. We ain't got no fucking structure, no power. Like our law enforcement is weak. You guys let You guys let that happen. Let's be real. Let's keep this shit black and white. Y'all let that happen. Y'all let that happen. You knew them crazy motherfuckers was coming up to that motherfucking White House, to that Capitol building. You knew they was coming. Y'all all knew they was coming. Y'all got the best surveillance in the world, damn near. Y'all could pick up lines and tap all this shit. Fuck that, we know. But the fact that y'all let that happen, it shows us that y'all soft. And y'all ain't nothing but bullies. Y'all bullies. But guess what? We're gonna end this shit right here. The bullies got punched in the mouth the other day. You guys got smacked around by a bunch of fucking hillbilly hicks. And it made y'all look real bad. Because it wasn't black people. It never was black people. Black people not the problem. We the scapegoat. We are the scapegoat. We are the excuse that y'all use to let shit go down. Blame it on the black motherfuckers. Blame it on the black people. We ain't gonna let race get ahead of this. Y'all make all types of excuses to make us look bad. But now, y'all look like shit. Y'all look stupid. Y'all look real dumb. Y'all look real dumb. What black people told y'all, how can y'all let Donald Trump be president? Y'all looked at us like we was crazy. Donald Trump is president. Now y'all don't want him to be president with 2 fucking weeks left. Y'all talking about impeach this dude. The damage is done. He fucked y'all. Y'all let him in y'all system. He knows everything. He knows who's who. You dudes are just dumb. Y'all dumb. Fuck it. Somebody gotta say it. It might as well be New Wave Podcast, man. This New Wave Podcast, man, y'all be safe. I'm out of here. The politicians got bloody noses. Now y'all gotta clean up that fucking mess down there in D.C. You dudes is crazy. The police officers, every last person in law enforcement need to be out of a job. Out of a job. Walmart security is better than y'all. Peace. We out.